post-match interview here at the Erie following tonight's 3-1 victory over MK Irish. Dave, obviously excellent to get back on the winning trail after some iffy results of late. Not our best run of form, but yeah, good to get back on the winning trail.
Yeah, the run of form has been just because we haven't been able to put the ball in the net. Is the truth. We played very well against Leighton. We've had more than enough chances to put Rayners Lane away. London Lions the same, enough chances to put them games away. And today, in the first half, we passed really freedom into a net. It was simple goals created, all three down the right hand side, but they were put on plates, and our guys have just. It's nice to see the two midfield players who I know James worked on getting into the box more. They get two of them, and it's nice that Bondi stuck one away. So, yeah, look, quite pleasing and needed. Look, it's not that we really put ourselves under any pressure as a club, but we want to stay in and around it, and I think we've missed opportunities to be, far more comfortable. Probably, tossed away 6, 7, 8 points just recently, and it's. And of course, in the end, the other sides around you getting their results. We don't play Saturday, and and we lose a bit of ground. And so it's quite nice to get back into. I know, look, there's a full programme tomorrow, so we can be back down to 7th in the table by tomorrow. But in truth, look, it's good to get a result. I think we've just the pressure's sort of built in them couple of games in terms of not getting what you feel you deserve. So yeah, to put 3 away was nice. We wanted a clean sheet, and we managed to, do our damnedest to give a goal away, which we eventually did, and then made it uncomfortable for ourselves, if I'm honest with you.
It's quite strange because I felt, as I say, I thought perhaps we arguably didn't get out third gear tonight, but we've got 3 goals on the board after, as I say. You've been critical of the fact that we're not scoring enough goals. But in the second half, although the scoreline was comfortable, it didn't always feel like we had the game completely under control. I mean, MK Irish are a good team. I feel like both games we've played against them, they've kept us honest and have been decent. But on another night, could they have had a penalty, do you think?
No, I can't see that. That's on the far side of the pitch to me. I haven't got a clue. When it happens and they're appealing for it, then you're just fearing the worst. Now, you've said since that you thought it was a penalty, so we've obviously got away with one if that's the case. I think that I'm going to say to you, I think in a few games recently we've certainly had.
We've not had the rub of the green, have we?
No, we've been in the same boat, and the linesman's in front of it and sees it. I mean, we've just spoken to Terry, and he says he's there, and it's a stonewall. So I ain't going to argue with him. I can't see that. And we probably got away with one because at that time they were coming at us. So yeah, thankfully it wasn't given, which enabled us to sort of, we managed to get ourselves over the line. You said about playing in third gear. We looked like we were the side that played Saturday. We spoke before the game. These had had a big game on a heavy pitch Saturday in that weather. You're thinking they're going to tire. Well, credit to them, they never stopped. They kept coming and coming and coming. We were, masters of our own downfall at times. The times we got caught in it, gave it away cheap.
I think the goal that we gave away was exactly that, wasn't it? Really, it was maybe. I just felt sometimes a little bit in the second half we were a little bit guilty of playing in areas that we didn't need to, where we're in control of the game in terms of the scoring.
Correct, and that was the thing that look, we've got a young centre half who does some unbelievable stuff, and he's 19. He now needs to learn there is a time to play and a time when you have to get rid. He got caught a couple of times when he could have got rid. In the first half, they get an opportunity because he don't just put his foot through it. He's got to, part of growing up and gaining experience is knowing when to do the right thing, and that's a couple of games he's probably got caught in two minds and unfortunately he took the wrong choice on those occasions. But even Laurie got caught a couple of times tonight, you know. So it's not just the youngster. We just, you know, we've just got to, you know, we've got to get the right decisions. The decisions have got to be made better and you know, and quicker. I just think at times, as I said to him at the end, that, you know, we've got to find a way of overcoming the fact that we seem to be, that we are the master of our own downfall. A lot of the problems in the second half come from us. And, you know, their goals, you say, come from mistake. The goal last week against Rayners Lane came from a mistake. The equaliser for Leighton Town came from a mistake. And that's the thing. Most of these goals are, you know, they're avoidable, but we keep doing the same thing. And do we want to play? We want to play, but there's a you know, a thin line between, as you've just said, when to play, the areas to play, and when not to. You know, and even Alex and I, too many times trying to play a back heel through somebody that never came off. I don't think one come off tonight. And the problem being is when he does that, and Adam's on the overlap, and it doesn't come off, we've got no right back. He's out, so Adam's gone. Alex is out of position, and then you have to look at young Leo, and he's the guy trying to scramble and clean those things up. So, you know, whilst I'll say he has to be better with his decisions, young Leo, sometimes we leave him isolated, you know, and we do it too many times. As I say to you, he's a good enough player at that time that he'll get out of those situations. But of course, at some stage in the game, he's going to come unstuck, and we come unstuck today. Thankfully, it was just the one, as you say, with the penalty decision. Thankfully, that went our way. Else at 3-2, you know, that could have been.
As I say, there was a touch. I felt there was a touch of similarity to the Stopfeld game here when we played them in the Bed Senior Cup, where the first half was completely in control. Yeah. And then the second half, they just slowly edged themselves back into it, and it felt when they got one, there was always that fear that they might get another and make a game a bit towards the end.
And the thing is even at 3-0, we come out in the second half and we give it away twice. In the first minute, we've given it away twice and we're under pressure. We've then created great opportunities for someone to get on the end of something, and we don't. We created one drop to Alex, he didn't get enough bend on it to curl it in with his left foot. We created chances to put the game to bed. That second half, we didn't take those chances. And of course, then, whilst you don't do the damage the other end, and we were still as much as they were coming at us at 3-0 down, they're going to, we have an opportunity to put it away and we don't. And of course, when they get the one, you know, I'm the most nervous man out there. You know, I'm starting to worry to death about it. We were thinking about getting 5 boys on the pitch, giving them some good minutes. In the end, we're making changes for
running the clock down.
Yeah, almost running the clock down, but also getting some more legs on the pitch. And do you know what I mean? And it changes your thought pattern completely. Some of the boys, one hasn't got on, and 2 of them I think they got a minute. Did they not? You know, so it's one of those. It's not really fair on them lads, but we caused our own problems. But at the same time, with the boys we didn't bring on is because all you're doing is hanging them out to dry. You know, in a lot of respects, what's Charlie going to do with that game when they're coming at us? You know, you want him on the ball higher up. Well, we barely got the ball to anybody higher up. You know, it's one of those. So, like I say, look, we got it over the line. 3 points is massive for us. We have a massive game on Friday when we've earmarked a side for that game. Look, we took a huge risk today. We turn up today. Billy's not well. He was going to start, as you know. We then take him out of that and we don't put him on the bench. Young Raf had 85 minutes of reserve Saturday. We felt to not risk him tonight. Although, you know, I actually turned around during the second half and said, there's one player I want to bring on now. And I said, it's Raf. You know, we could have done with his energy higher up. But look, today we got away with it. And you know, I'm not going to say nick the 3 points, because first half we thoroughly deserved the 3 points, but we could have been far more comfortable. You know.
At this time of year though, it's sometimes just about just digging deep and getting a result. I say you're not going to play well every single game, and sometimes we, like the Leighton game for instance, where I felt we were outstanding for long periods of the game and didn't get the win. So sometimes it's just about grinding the result out, and I certainly felt that we did that tonight. Obviously, you were just touching on Friday. We've got it's been, as you sort of said to me before the game, it's becoming a bit of a headache for you with the numbers that we've got, and you're trying to squeeze players in. But it's also good in that respect as well, that you're looking into Friday and could potentially look to change it completely up again.
Yeah.
I mean, for the opposition, it must be quite difficult to predict what sort of lineup we're going to put out, because we've got many different options in many different positions.
Yeah, of course. And as I say, if anybody's watching tonight from Hertford, then they won't see that side on Friday. I mean, will it change tons? No. I mean, Hertford know how we play, and we know how Hertford play, so we won't surprise them too much, and they won't surprise us. It's not that's not an arrogance. It's that we both play our ways. And on any given day, they could be unbelievable, and we can be unbelievable. We were excellent at their place. You know, they'd see the goals we scored first half. If they're there and they go, that's us. And then the frailty was what we did in the second half. So before Friday, we will have to look at that and maybe make some different choices in them areas. And yeah, look, we've got, just like I say, we've just got to get right. We have got a nice squad, and one or two of them will certainly be getting frustrated at the moment, and it's very difficult because, you know, again, I'm like a broken record, but we're trying to keep people happy, but we also want to be where we are in the league, and sometimes, you know, do we play with Charlie in the 10? Do we not play with Charlie in the 10? Bailey, I thought Georgie was the one that didn't even get a single win tonight. I thought he came on and he started and played quite well the last game. I actually spoke to him in the game today and said, look, I'm probably going to look at the 9 very soon, because he played the 9 for me when he was younger a lot, and because of his touch, you know, and bringing players in, that's Georgie's strength. So we'll probably have a look at him now. It's not to say that he takes the place of the other two, but there's a good player in George we've got to get out of him. You know, Ethan's having to be very patient. He's got 20 minutes tonight, but he's having to be patient. It's difficult. We've got Bradley Bellett here, who's been playing at a high level. And I know not this season, but you know, been playing at a high level. Guys, the longest period he's had on the pitch is about 20 minutes. I had a chat to him as well. So,
and the lights have gone out.
They have indeed.
Oh, Wayne with the spotlight. Well done, Wayne.
Wayne's going to. Well, if you turn it on over there, mate, you probably want to go there and let him know we're here.
Anyway, carry
on. So yeah, we're just trying to. It is difficult, and when we work with an 18 squad, we've normally got knocks and injuries that keep it roughly to 16. Today we had all 18, so I haven't enjoyed today in trying to pick the side and pick the squad. It's not been very pleasant. As I say, we made the decision to get away with tonight.
Okay, well, the lights are back on, and we look forward to seeing you again on Friday, when what should be an excellent game. As I would say, probably half of the way was one of the best performances of the season so far, and they're obviously very good to watch as well. So should be an excellent game under the lights again on Friday evening. So we look forward to seeing you then.
Yeah, thanks, Lee.